Good Day continues at 5:30 a.m.
Just a massive fire in Grand Prairie, west of Dallas, continues to burn for hours after that fire started overnight. That fire is at a facility that makes plastic products. Good morning, I'm Brandon Todd. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Yeah, we certainly appreciate it. And I'm Hannah Battah. Thanks for starting your day with us. Fox 4's Dan Godwin has been live at the scene of this fire all morning long. He joins us now with the latest. Dan.
Well, Hannah, we were able to get a little bit of information from the Grand Prairie Fire Department. They say this fire is expected to burn all day. They say they are working with the company that's involved, sharing information to determine the best way to approach the firefighting effort. There is concern about a lumber yard that's nearby. They're trying to keep the flames away from that. This fire started just before 1 o'clock this morning here at the Poly America facility. The company makes large plastic construction trash bags. The website says they're the largest plastic bag manufacturer in the United States, both large size and for household use. Now, we are near the President George Bush Turnpike and Marshall Drive, west side of Grand Prairie. We want to give you a live look from Sky 4. So far, there are no reports of injuries. It's not known if anybody was inside any of the buildings on the property when the fire started. The cause is also unknown. One of our photographers and a number of witnesses we spoke to heard several explosions as the facility burned soon after the fire broke out. We got a report that the fire also burned a number of nearby railroad cars. We're still waiting to confirm that. Police, of course, have been blocking off a number of streets. Not known if anyone's been evacuated. There are some power outages in the area. This is what we heard from a witness we spoke to a little bit earlier this morning.
There was a few people who went down to actually go get closer to the fire, but that's when like a big explosion happened. You could actually feel the heat coming off of the flames. So when the heat was actually coming off of the flames when it exploded the last time, it got so close that it literally warmed my face up. I had to take off running. I ain't gonna lie to you, I wasn't gonna play with it. It was pretty bad.
We've also been able to see where the flames are not too far from some very large electrical towers near the property. Grand Prairie Fire Department says those electrical towers are expected to come down at some point today. They say that the power to the lines that are supported by those towers has already been cut off. Encore's website says there are about 600 power outages in Tarrant and Dallas County. We're not sure exactly how many of those outages at this point are related to this situation, but certainly the majority of them, that would seem to be the case. Reporting live, Grand Prairie, Dan Godwin, back to Hannah.
So Dan, you mentioned concern about a nearby lumber yard with the fire as it just looks massive from that Sky 4 video you just showed us. I noticed there's other apartment buildings, other businesses just to the east of this fire. Have you heard about any concern with any of the other nearby businesses just off of Marshall Drive there in that area?
You know, thankfully, again, based on what we've been able to get from the fire department, the only neighboring business that is a source of concern at this point, from what we're told, is that lumber yard. There may be there's some residential housing in this general vicinity. We're not hearing at this point about any threat to any apartment buildings in this area. That's, of course, something we are monitoring. Again, firefighters at this point tell us it's that lumber yard they're keeping an eye on and trying to come up with a way to safely attack the fire at this facility.
Yeah. And you mentioned the plastics. Obviously, the facility works with a lot of different types of materials. Do you have any word yet? I know it's early, but have you heard any word as to what possible material could have been involved in this particular fire?
There was only one early on, we did hear about one particular plastic, the most widely used plastic for this kind of manufacturing that's used in a number of countries around the world. Again, this facility, Poly America Company, manufactures plastic bags of all sizes, very large for construction, down to household plastics as well. That's what we're hearing about the material that's involved in this fire.
All right, Dan, thank you. Certainly, it would complicate the firefight. We appreciate your insight, and I'm thankful you're staying at a distance.